Cory remembers his passion for cooking starting as early as 6 years old. It was at a large family reunion that he first witnessed the important role that food played.
It was the only time my family was ever at one place at one time, and that's at dinner. And it was a great way to keep people together, bring people together, and enjoy something that shares all five senses at the same time.
Cory started working in the restaurant industry at a young age and gained a wide range of culinary experiences. Traveling around Europe for over a year at only 19 years old inspired even more of a passion for cooking, and he knew it would play an important role in his life. But life didn't turn out to be completely as he expected.
I drove my motorcycle up to Kelowna to meet up with a girlfriend I met the year before, and we decided we wanted to rendezvous 1 year after our meet. So we met again in Kelowna, August 1st, 1998, and enjoyed the festivities at the waterfront. And I decided to go for a swim to cool off. It was quite hot. And I made a poor choice on where I dove in, and I hit the bottom and broke my neck at the C5, C6 level, making me quadriplegic.
But Cory refused to let that hold him back. With no voluntary movement from his armpits down, he first started by duct taping a large knife to his hand before discovering the ulu knife seemed to work much better. He says it's always been in his nature to thrive in challenges.
I always like to push myself, and this was one of those things I think that I just took on board as another challenge in my life, and I didn't want it to let it stop me. In fact, it's actually spurred me on to try even harder.
Certainly an inspiration. Cory is a volunteer board member at the Nanaimo Disability Resource Center, where he most recently worked on a project to destigmatize disabilities.
Taking that image of what somebody with quadriplegia or another disability might be prone to be looked at, and that sort of stereotype, and shattering it and just blowing people's minds that people with disabilities can be successful, extremely successful, happy. They make good partners, they make good friends, they make great employees.
Cory drives and lives independently with his 2 black labs, Bam and Chase. They go for walks every day, and they all enjoy the outdoors.
I have a wonderful backyard that I spend most of my time in with my dogs and working in my organic garden and my greenhouse.
He grows all his own herbs for the meals that he prepares, and he created a cookbook to share some of his knowledge and skills in the kitchen.
And every one of those recipes has a story and an origin and a tip, and things like that that people can use to inspire them to cook. And recipes aren't rules, they're just inspiration.
Speaking of inspiration, Cory is exactly that. He recalls first waking up from his injury with a strong desire to still do something that he had always wanted to do.
Hang gliding. And I did that on my 2nd year anniversary. And every year anniversary of my accident, I try to do something special, be it bungee jumping or skydiving, the hang gliding, little something to mark that day as nothing sad and something to celebrate.
Cory has raced a bathtub and participated in a bodybuilding competition, just to name a couple of his adventures. But as far as the future goes, he says the sky is the limit.
My ultimate goal would be to be able to get back on a motorcycle somehow. And they have adaptive motorbikes that you can ride that have little training wheels, if you will. And ultimately, it would be really wonderful to maybe be a motorcycle drag racer.
I have no doubt he will make that happen. His cookbook, Cooking with Cory, can be found at CoryParsons.com. In Nanaimo, I'm Kelly Robinson.